Another week, more sports action. More sports. This is the ZK Sports Show. Welcome back, everyone. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe. Hit the bell. Hit that bell for notifications when new videos are uploaded. Now, let's get on with the video. We have some college football news, UFC news, and a baseball player on the Cardinals just tied Alex Rodriguez. That's right. We'll get to that soon. But first, our first sports story, Scott Frost. I'm recording this on Sunday, so you all will see this on Tuesday. But as it goes out, Nebraska fired football coach Scott Frost on Sunday, one day after a 45-42 home loss to Georgia Southern. What become an inevitable situation for the Huskers. Nebraska had been a 3-touchdown favorite. So, for those who don't know, Scott Frost, in my opinion, was not a good choice. I don't think he was really that good of a coach. He really wasn't. And it showed. So, as we can see here, so this is what it says. Earlier today, I met with Coach Frost and informed him we're making a change in leadership of our football program. Effective immediately, Scott has poured his heart and soul into the Nebraska football program, both as a quarterback and head coach. And I appreciate his work and dedication. Nebraska's vice chancellor for athletics, Trey Albert, said in a statement. I actually didn't know he played football in Nebraska. That's what I showed him. Associate head coach Mikey Joseph will take over for the rest of the season. Nebraska hosts Oklahoma on Sunday. Oh my gosh. Okay. Frost will receive his $15 million buyout. Alberts told reporters at a news conference the buyout amount will have dropped to $7.5 million. On October 1st, Alberts told reporters he needed to make change now to be fair to players and others around the program. We owe it to the players to give them a different voice, perhaps slightly different vision, Alberts said. Give them something confident, an opportunity, and I know disruptive these changes are. But we need to inject something into this team to give them the confidence and hopefully help them compete. Nothing would please me more than to see a significant change and help this team get over the hump and win some games. So I'm actually looking at this graph right here. Big Ten, not graph, but Big Ten schools since 2018. So this is 2018. Among Big Ten schools, only Rutgers had a worse overall record than the Huskers, plus seasons under Frost. So as you can see here, Rutgers 1335. 0.27%. Nebraska 16-31, 0.340. Illinois, and Maryland. These two are basketball schools. You're losing the basketball schools. You are Nebraska. You're supposed to be one of the most historically great football programs. What happened? What happened? I don't get it. So, I think Albert goes on to say, we'll stop to talk about championships or stop talking about things we used to do, he said. We'll just have to get really process-oriented detail. Ultimately, when you start doing these fundamental championship habit type things, those types of wins follow. But we need to start focusing on the small, fundamental things that ultimately led to those types of things. So, Frost played Nebraska from 95 to 97, returning home to play for Tom Osborne after being his career at Stanford. In 1997, he helped the Huskers go 13-0 and win the national championship, becoming the first quarterback in school history to rush for more than 1,000 yards and pass for more than 1,000 yards in the season. It would be the last national championship for Osborne and Nebraska. Frost seems like the perfect fit to restore Nebraska to glory. After the Huskers fired Mike Riley in 2017, Frost was in his second year as UCF head coach and in the middle of a historic 13-0 in which the Knights self-declared a national championship. By the way, I was watching a broadcast of a UCF game, and since there's gonna be a new playoff that's coming, if that old playoff system existed, if this new playoff system existed back in 2017, UCF would have played Alabama. What a game that would have been! Like seriously, what a game that would have been. So it goes on to say, became one of the hottest head coach candidates in the country, even though Nebraska had not had sustained success the way it did when he played there. The lure of returning home was impossible to give up. Nebraska, once a permanent bowl team, never had a winning season under Frost. The most distressing part about watching Nebraska play was the sheer number of close games it lost. Nebraska is 5-22. 5-22. I really want to look at the teams they beat. Because here's the teams they lost. They lost to Illinois. I'm not sure they lost to Maryland. But they lost to a bunch of crappy teams. That is not Nebraska in my book. But anyway, in one-score games since Frost was hired, no other FBS team has more than 16 one-score losses in the span. Last season, the Huskers went 3-9. Some of those losses were just one-score games in an interview with ESPN in October. Frost said, "I just want this to work so badly. I want to do everything I can to help Nebraska be Nebraska. We've had a lot of work to do to get that done. We're still in the process of that, but I'm proud of the improvements we made. It's going to happen." It really didn't. It didn't. So they started off. So they lost. They lost to Northwestern, 31-28, in the first season, and then they lost to Georgia Southern. Georgia Southern. They lost to Georgia Southern. They paid them $1.423 million to play them. And this is the worst part. Student section chanted, "Fire Frost! Fire Frost!" I can't blame them. Hopefully Nebraska gets a better coach, and they can sort of turn the season around. I feel like they can, and they might turn the season around. Alright, so our next story up is Cardinals Albert Pujos? Pujos? I don't know how to pronounce that. Passes A-Rod an all-time list with career home run number 697. So Pujos' assault on 700 home runs continued on Sunday in Pittsburgh. Of course, it's Pittsburgh. You got the Pirates. Here's the video of it. So, there it is. Yeah, so that's that. Of course, it's the Pirates that does that. I mean, come on, it's the Pirates. They're not that good. That one came on a fastball from Chase DeJong that left the bat at 100.5 miles per hour and traveled 403 feet. That was Pujos' 18th of this. His aged 42 season knows that the blast was a clutch one as the Cardinals trailed by a score of 2-1. Ninth inning at the time of homer number 697. Starter Tyler O'Neill also homered to push the score to 4-2, which held up for the first place Cardinals for the year. Pujos is now batting .26, .388, .528. Pujos now just needs 3 more home runs to become just the 4th player in MLB history to reach 700 home run threshold. So the other 3 are Barry Bonds, he cheated to get that, Hank Aaron, and Babe Ruth. So do I think he's going to reach this margin? Maybe. But if it's against crappy teams like Pirates, he probably can. Well, good luck to him, you know. Good luck to him. I think the Cardinals are doing actually pretty well. So that is good it for that story. Good luck to Carlos or Albert with that. Alright, so our final sports story for today is it's my first UFC story, so that is pretty good. So Nate Diaz submits Tony Ferguson in UFC 279 main event will leave promotion for a minute. So when this week started, Nate Diaz's opponent was a dominant rising star, Kishmat Shiman. I have no idea to pronounce that. A little parting gift from UFC as Dana heads out the door. On Saturday night, with Tony Ferguson as the opponent, after a bizarre, unprecedented several days, Diaz will leave the promotion as a winner courtesy of a guillotine choke submission at 2 minutes 52 seconds of the fourth round in the main event of UFC 279 at T-Mobile Arena. On Saturday night, with Tony Ferguson as the opponent, after a bizarre, unprecedented several days, Diaz will leave the promotion as a winner, courtesy of a guillotine choke submission at 2 minutes 52 seconds of the fourth round in the main event of UFC 279 at T-Mobile Arena. So, I watched this video and it doesn't show the guillotine choke. It doesn't really show it. And what the lore of Diaz, one of the most popular unconventional fighters in MMA history, continues. So this is what Diaz says. I told them, give me anybody you got. Diaz said in his post-fight interview. At least I got where's the OG representative of the mixed martial arts. Diaz was originally supposed to fight Chime. Chime missed the weight by 7.5 pounds Friday, coming in at 7.85 for a 170-pound limit bout. Diaz understandably opted not to fight an opponent who was still overweight. Diaz called Chimez a special rookie and said he only trained wrestling during this camp because Chimez is a dominant wrestler. Chimez missed weight caused a chain reaction within the UFC, attempting to save the pay-per-view card for most of the day Friday. Promotional brass, including Chief Business Officer Hunter Campbell and UFC President Dana White, worked to alter the top 3 fights. Ferguson agreed to fight Diaz in a 5-round fight. This fight was on Diaz's UFC contract, and he was indicated that he will not return to the promotion. At this point, earlier this week, Diaz's team announced he would be starting his own combat sports promotion, Real Fight Inc. Diaz has been in the UFC since 2007 and is an 18-year pro in mixed martial arts. I think Nate Diaz fought Chuck Liddell once, the Iceman. I think he fought him once. I might be wrong on that, but I remember him fighting in that. Oh, here's the guillotine choke right there, for anyone wondering. So this is what he says. I want to get out of UFC for a minute and show all these UFC fighters how to take over and own another sport, how you're supposed to do it, Diaz said, adding he meant boxing, kickboxing, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Conor McGregor didn't know how to do it. None of these other fighters know how to do it. I'm going to take over another profession and become the best at that. And after that, write the special word back here to get another UFC title, Diaz said. Diaz earned a $50,000 performance of a night bonus for the submission win. He has 16 of those in the UFC career, tied for second most behind Donald Schroeder and Charles Oliveira, who have 18. Ferguson was scheduled to fight Li Qingling, who had shifted the fight with Daniel Rodriguez. Chime, meanwhile, took on Kevin Holland in the co-main event. So it goes on, I think it goes on to talk about more of the fight. So Diaz won the fight from a chokehold. You'll be able to find it, but this is the best photo I got. This is what the chokehold looked like, or whatever it's called. I'm just going to call it a chokehold. I think it's called something in UFC. I do follow UFC, though. And I didn't watch it because I don't have ESPN+, but I did see this on my phone, the ESPN alert thing. So that is going to be it for today. My scheduling is going to change a little bit. Upload schedule is going to change. I'm going to try and upload videos by Tuesday now. So expect to see new videos on Tuesday rather than Sunday. That may change. I usually try to aim for Sunday, but due to college football starting and NFL football starting, you're going to see videos shift. And yeah, that's going to be it today. Hope you guys enjoy it. Make sure to like. Thank you guys for watching and supporting the channel, and we'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Stay off the weed!